Have you ever found a recipe online and then thought it would be delicious and spent the time to put it together, make it for you and your family, and then it's like, no good? Yeah, that has happened to me before and it is incredibly frustrating. So today I decided to pick up the Pioneer Woman's top 10 recipes, make them, try them, and tell you which ones you need to try and which ones you should just leave and not try. This video will be split into 2 videos because otherwise it just would have been way too long. But look, I printed out like all of these recipes from our favorite redheaded city girl that lives on a ranch. So if you love the Pioneer Woman and you love cooking videos, hook me up with a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Let's get cooking. This dish is one of my absolute favorites from Pioneer Woman. I have been making it personally for the last 15 years. It is her chicken Bowtie Alfredo. Here in my mise-en skillet, she says to use butter, I think, but I have some bacon fat right here that I'm gonna start with because bacon makes everything better. And we're gonna use that to kind of sear my chicken. Bacon. And I have a pot over here for boiling water. This is 2 chicken breasts, but I filleted them this way so they're a little thinner and cook quicker. Who's ready? I love this sound because it sounds like they're cheering. Yay! Yes. And in case you're wondering, this is not expired. Chicken is out, so it's time to cook up the garlic. Now I will use butter. Everything is better with butter. So I'm gonna do like 2 tablespoons, which is about half of this, whatever's left. Yum. And then in goes in like 3-4 cloves of garlic. Garlic and butter. Oh, is there a better smell? I don't think so. Maybe bacon. Maybe they're neck and neck. I don't know. Holy crapola, this smells so good. Could you think of a butter smell? Okay, now that that's done, we're gonna add a half a cup of chicken broth. There we go. Boop. Do a little bit of a deglaze situation. Right there, let that cook for 2 minutes or so. We have about a half a cup of half and half, and I don't have very much of this. That's probably not half a cup, that's not very much. A 1/4 cup of, oh, this is new, of heavy cream, which is about that, not very much. Do I have another half and half? Oh, yes I do. Okay, we're gonna add another splash, because I know I didn't have enough. There, another little splash, and some fresh pepper.
That's good.
Okay, once this comes up to heat, we will add some Parmesan. The recipe says good quality, so I did purchase a block and shredded it myself. Look at me, so fancy. 1 cup of Parmesan cheese right there. We're gonna let that come together, and then our pasta and chicken, sliced chicken, make sure you slice the chicken, are gonna go in and soak up all this beautiful sauce. If it looks a little too thick, you can thin it out with some chicken broth. I personally like a lot of pepper in this.
The people, they want the pepper.
Oh, there we go. Now it is good and thick. Okay, heat off, pasta's coming in. Oh no, pasta overboard. Oh, what the heck is this? I have bow tie noodles. What the heck is this? You had 1 job. We have 1 cup of halved cherry tomatoes, and in comes the chicken. Oh yeah. Now she said to also add spinach. I've never done that. I'm not doing it today because I don't feel like it needs it. This is like literally all you need. This little spiral guy is cracking me up. If it's feeling too thick, remember you can add chicken broth, you can add some cream to thin it out. If it's too thin, you can add more cheese and it'll kind of thicken it up. This is looking really, really good to me. So time to taste for salt. Make some adjustments before you serve it to the fam. Having good quality tools just makes the whole process so much easier. Thank you to Mise-en for sponsoring today's video. Mise-en's journey began with the chef knife, which is like my favorite knife in the kitchen, and then they expanded into pans. The stainless pan, the non-stick pan. Today we're gonna be talking about the non-stick pan. Now they have a smaller one than this, but I have a big family, so I prefer the 12-inch, but they definitely have a 10-inch if you have like 2 to 4 people in your family. The Mise-en non-stick pan has a non-stick coating that is 2.5 times more effective than other non-stick pans in the market. And the Mise-en pan costs half as much as the other ones. It has a unique primer that helps their non-stick coating last longer. If you are wondering if you can use this pan on an induction stove, a gas stove, an electric stove, yes, you can. And I know what you're wondering, it is indeed oven safe up to 450 degrees, and that's the kind of pan I can get behind. If you want to try out any of Maisen's products, whether it's the chef knife, the stainless pan, this non-stick pan, the steak knives, the paring knife, and if you want a discount on them, all you have to do is go to the first link down in the doobly-doo. Use the promo code FFM to save 20% off of your first order. Okay, first link down below in the description box. Use the promo code FFM, you'll get 20% off your first order, and they have a wide variety of products to pick from. Of course, if you ever watch any of my other cooking videos, you'll see this non-stick pan show up a lot. It's my kids' favorite to use for eggs in the morning. They get it out every single day, and honestly, it still looks brand new. Thank you to Maisen, and let's get back to more Pioneer Woman recipes. We are going to put together Pioneer Woman's cheesy cauliflower soup, which kicks off with bacon. So we'll throw that in. Render that bacon fat. We'll use that to cook our onion. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure this is the best smell on planet Earth. I will add 1 onion. Soften that a bit. This is the start of something new. Feels so right to be here with you. Oh. Turn the heat up on this just so it can thicken up. I am using a plastic whisk on my non-stick pan so I do not scratch it. If you had a mom that would have a heart attack if you used a metal spatula on a non-stick pan, give this video a thumbs up if you haven't done that yet, because man, my mom would throw. And looking at the business end of a hissy fit. Yes. There's my sauce. So she says to turn the heat off and add 1 cup of half and half, which is coming right now from my assistant.
I'm disappointed that I wasn't called a lovely assistant.
Oh, my lovely assistant. These are basically all of the steps for this soup. I'm just waiting for the cauliflower to be cooked all the way through. This is done. Ooh, it's looking pretty good. I am supposed to puree this, so I'm gonna get out my immersion blender. You could also use a regular blender, but that's way messier. Okay, last 2 ingredients for my soup. I have 3 cups of shredded pepper jack cheese. Not pepper jack, Monterey Jack. I was just thinking pepper jack would be really nice. And 1/4 cup of sour cream. So we'll just stir that together. We'll give it a taste for salt and pepper, and then we will be good to go. Time to taste the soup. Sorry about the lighting right there, but it's like, you're in the microwave. I mean, what can I do? Cheese is in, sour cream is in. Man, my face looks weirdly red right here. Ugh. It's so funny. All right, that's good. Pioneer Woman wins. That is delicious. Let me serve it to my family. I will report back with the score, but I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. The only thing I would want different is I like mine a little thicker, so I would have preferred more cauliflower. And I think that was just a downfall of the recipe in general because it didn't specify an amount of cauliflower, just 1 head of cauliflower. Go make it. It's delicious. What did you think of the soup?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was delicious. 10 out of 10.
Wrong button, stop, ah. Okay, we are going to make 3 ingredient Nutella brownies. I find that Pioneer Woman really loves Nutella, and I'm okay with that because I do as well. This recipe calls for 2.5 cups, which is exactly 2 of this size jar. This is the 13-ounce jar. So 2 of these will give you 2.5 cups. 3 large eggs and 1 heaping cup of flour. It's not a very specific measurement, but there you go.
There you go.
And we're gonna give it a wang jangle. Make sure you get some on your counter, otherwise you're not really cooking. I'm gonna pour this into a 9x13 greased baking dish, and we're gonna bake at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes, and then you need to let it cool for a while. And it's as simple as that. I feel like I need to go out and buy some vanilla ice cream to go with this. I don't typically keep ice cream on hand because it's not one of my favorite things. It tends to get freezer burnt and go gross. In this case, Nutella brownie feels like ice cream's the right thing to do. Now, are you an edge piece or a middle piece kind of person? Because I feel like the best brownie is the edge piece. The corner piece, actually. People that like the middle, I don't know that I can trust them. While a good brownie, I feel like the Nutella flavor is totally gone. It doesn't even taste like Nutella. Which means this was a really expensive brownie for it to not taste like Nutella. It's a good brownie, but I was hoping it would have more Nutella flavor, so I'm a little disappointed. I give it a 7 out of 10. We're gonna make her jalapeno cheese bread, and I'm pretty confident that this is going to be delicious because it's bread and there's butter and jalapenos in it and cheese. So I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, can I open this? I'm feeling like this is gonna be a good choice, and there's definitely a product in here I don't love, but I am going to do it for the integrity of the recipe. Are you ready for what it is? It's this. Olives is the one food, I would rather have a root canal than eat this. It did say to dice them really, really small. Gonna go with it. I'm following the recipe here, even though this is not making me excited. A loaf of French bread. I'm just gonna slice her. Oh my gosh, this knife sucks. I should be using my Misen knife, but it's dirty and I haven't washed it yet because #lazy. So I'm using this Garbaggio knife right now, and it is like I'm not excited about this knife. Basically, you cut it in half, like that. And then we will mix up all of the ingredients for the spread, which just all goes into one bowl, and spread it on this bread. I love bread. Bread is my favorite. I love bread better than pasta. Bread trumps pasta, in my opinion. In my mixing bowl, I have 1 stick of butter, a half a cup of mayo, and as I was assembling the rest of the ingredients, hold on to your hats, it's a lot. An entire 4-ounce can of diced green chilies. Good thing I like those. Wow. Some sliced green onion, and the olives. Barf, 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 but here we go. They're there, it's too late now. A half of this jar of diced jalapenos, and 6 ounces each of cheddar and Monterey Jack. I don't know about you, but this feels like a lot to me. Like, don't make this every week, if you know what I'm saying. Time to spread. I'm gonna try and do my best. Do like half on one, half on another one. Who needs pizza when you have something like this? This is like the most decadent cheesy bread I have literally ever seen in my life. I wanna know if you guys have tried this jalapeno cheesy bread. What did you think? How is there still more? I don't know. Stop the madness. This goes in a 325-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. All I have to say is wow. Show me how it's done there.
Well, first you take the knife, and then you chop. If it helps, you can rock and chop.
You could, yeah, you could do that.
I don't know what's in it. Should you tell me?
No, just it's jalapeno cheesy bread. Jalapeno cheese bread from Pioneer Woman.
Oh my gosh, that's good. I could eat that all day.
Well, you might have to, because I have like a whole pan of that.
It's got lots of, is it garlicky?
Yes, it is garlicky.
Lots of garlic? Lots of Parmesan? Is there Parmesan in there?
No.
Are the jalapenos pickled?
I don't know. They just came in a jar, like diced jalapenos in a metal can.
Man, I love the flavor of jalapeno.
There's also an entire can of diced green chilies. There's also olives in that.
Nice.
Green olives. Green olives.
This is good. This is not healthy.
No, it really isn't. It really, really isn't. Listen, you ever known Pioneer Woman to make something healthy?
No, never. Would totally recommend.
Okay.
Not if you're on a diet. But if you've ran 7.5 miles today, you got room for it.
Which you have.
I have.
Okay.
It is so good. It is so good.
What is it out of 10?
12,
It's a 12 out of 10.
maybe 12.5. If you like bread
Oh yeah.
and cheese
Mhm.
and jalapenos, I recommend. Delish.
In my Bosch mixer, I have 1 cup of softened butter. We're gonna make Ree's chocolate chip cookies. Now, this is something I know a lot about because chocolate chip cookies are my favorite thing. Half a cup of white sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, and cream this together until nice and fluffy. Next up, we have 2 eggs and some vanilla. Let your heart tell you when to stop. Mix again. 2 1/4 cup of flour right here. It's like a standard cookie recipe in my opinion. It's very similar to mine. Some of the measurements are slightly different, but very similar. So we have 1 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. That's that one. She says flaxseed, but I don't have that. And then also instant coffee granules. Don't have that either. So I'm leaving those out today. I thought I had flax, but I couldn't find it when I looked. Much like my mom, Ree likes to do half semi-sweet and half milk chocolate. It's actually like 2/3, 1/3. Can you kind of see the color difference there? Semi-sweet milk right here, so these are going in. She didn't say anything about adding nuts. I do like to do those like ground up. I feel like it adds a nice earthy flavor, but she does not say to do that, so we will skip it today. Mix, put into cookie sheets and pop in the oven. 11 minutes versus 9 minutes. I think the 9 minutes is the way to go, but I am noticing they're pretty flat. Like when I make these cookies, they are definitely floofier than this. So I'm wondering if the flour to butter ratio is off. Her recipe adds 2 eggs. Mine is only 1 egg. I feel like they're a little, like the batter is a little wet, a little sticky. Should I have refrigerated them? I don't know, but they're definitely flatter than I'm used to. That's an observation for you. Taste-wise, this is what she says. Remove from cookie sheet and eat. Die from guilty pleasure. Her writing is quite funny. Mom, I'm eating cookies. I like cookies. Chocolate chip. Okay, I'll see you in 2 minutes. The salt level is spectacular. Flavor is very, very good. They're just a little flat. Overall, I'll allow it. Okay, quick review of the recipes. The Bowtie Chicken Alfredo is a long-time family favorite. Here's the real truth. I'm not a fan of Alfredo. Like, I don't like jarred Alfredo. I don't like Alfredo at a restaurant. I will never order it. The Pioneer Woman's Bowtie Skillet Alfredo was the first and only Alfredo dish I have ever loved. You have to make it. It's a 10 out of 10. I have loved it for over 10 years. Please go make it if you have not made it. The cheesy cauliflower soup, holy crap. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, and I don't know why. I have a separate recipe for like a cheesy cauliflower soup that I've used before. I have a replacement, my friends. Please go make it. 10 out of 10. Again, huge hit with my family. Everyone loved it. The Nutella brownies, this one was interesting because to me, they were just okay. They tasted like a brownie. I felt like it was a complete waste of Nutella. I would rather have just dipped pretzels in a jar of Nutella and eaten that. Dave likes the brownies better than me, but he did also say the Ghirardelli box mix is still better than this one. Let's just pass on this one. Like, it was really, really easy to make, but like I wouldn't bring it to a friend's house and be like, these brownies are amazing. I wouldn't do that. So I'd give it like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Dave probably would have given it an 8. I'm a pass on this one. The jalapeno cheese bread. Wow. It felt like a life-changing spiritual experience, actually. It's a 12 out of 10. It is so mind-blowing with all of the strong flavors. I didn't notice the olives. They just turned into this like teeny little salty bite. Go make it. It's bomb. I mean, don't make it every day, but like if you have company coming over, make it. Chocolate chip cookies for me are probably a 7 out of 10. I prefer my recipe better. I think it's a good base, but still needs a little bit of tweaking in my opinion. Now, when Dave tried these, he was definitely a no. He was like, these are not your cookies. Like, what are these? But my mom thought they were just fine. I did like the salt flavor a lot. It reminds me a lot of when I make my cookies. I sprinkle a little coarse salt on top for a little extra savory bite to counteract the sweetness. If you want to see the next installment, part 2, the top 10, so this was only 5, I'll do the next 5 in a week or 2, subscribe so you don't miss that next video. If you want to pick up any of Mizzen's products, click the first link down below. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Happy eating, and Christine out. I'm a switch hitter, did you know that? I can hit both right and left. I played softball as a teenager, and it would really freak out the the pitcher when I would change sides in the middle of my at-bat. Fun facts with Christine. Wow.